Hrebesky Memorial 2019. I'm Steven Stamp. We have the penultimate game of the evening, and we have the first shot of the game ripped by Vin Curran. And get used to that. Vin Curran will be all over the floor. Terrific lacrosse player. The Megamen, not a super long bench, but they have some real talent on this team. That shot rolls wide, and the Alberta Warriors already with a win under their belts today, trying to get another one. Alberta dumped the Istanbul Titans 6-1 earlier in the day, so they could clinch the division here. Shot from the outside, and is snagged up there by Angus Jenkins. But possession is awarded back to the Warriors. Greg Beret, the captain who read the English player's oath in the opening ceremonies a little while ago, part of the all-tournament team a year ago. Hulish got that one, and there's a rip from Ellingson. Fresh 30, and the Warriors get the ball back. Hulish over to Beret. Comes across the top, got a spot, sidearm rip. But Angus Jenkins was in the way. John McMillan, the goalie for the Warriors. Ellingson trying to get a shot through, can't manage it. Looks like a dunk attempt coming. No, it's a pass instead, and Hulish with the shot. That one goes wide. I think it may have been tipped by defender James Blocko. We're off to the races, but a defender coming out. There was a chance for Evan Downey. Went off of the Megamen player and up out of play into the mesh. So it will be Alberta possession. And Sean Wilhelm will start with the ball. Brett Raynard gives it back up top to Spadafora. Beret to Wheaton. Jordan Wheaton. There's Greg Beret, and there's a goal. A rip from outside the restraining line, tucks it just inside the post, and Beret has made it 1-0 Warriors. Oh. You can see Beret at the top taking the pass, sees a lane he likes, and goes actually 5-hole between the legs of Jenkins. What a shot by Beret. The Warriors jump out front. Will Murphy almost came up with that one. He is rammed into the boards. Big hit there by Nick Krywald.
Alberta Warriors goal scored by player number 16, Greg Brett, assisted by
only coming an illegal cross check to Krywald on that play. So that was the foul there. Greg Wheaton up top for the Megamen.
Vyloučen hráč týmu Alberta Warriors číslo 19,
Wheaton takes the pass.
1 minutu za cross-check.
Dishes it off, and Lucerino's shot didn't get through. It hit a helmet on the way to the net. Here's some people yelling off white, but it's clearly off a blue helmet of the Alberta Warriors. Wheaton at the top, rips it, top corner. What a rocket, high to high on a line over the shoulder of John McMillan, and we're all tied up. Wheaton got some space and took advantage, you can see. Oh, we're back at the faceoff dot, ready to roll. George Downey trying to come up with the ball, but it's Will Murphy that gets it. Sorry, that's Matthew Murphy. Got to keep my Murphy straight.
Megamen goal scored by player number 41, Greg
Alberta
Wheaton,
with possession.
by player number 17, Lucerino.
And the ball is turned over. Megaman coming back the other way. Sorry, a moment of silence there as we were just maneuvering around within the booth here as I'm being joined, and very pleased to be, by Connor Wilson. How you doing?
All right.
Okay, you didn't. Nobody heard your "What's up" because I didn't have your mic up yet while you're adjusting it. I thought I'd just spare them that.
I'm doing all right. We lost our first game to a good Wolves team, which is tough, but you know, you're here to have fun and meet people and enjoy a great experience. So
that was quite a battle between your Moon Bears and those Wolves. They kind of ran away in the second half of it. Those young legs.
Young legs certainly help.
We're turning you up. Want to make sure everyone can hear you. Thanks to our tech guys for getting everything adjusted. Hope things sound well out there for everyone. There's a penalty coming. That's going to be a check from behind on Pete Saya. A little overzealous. Illegal cross-check, check from behind. Same idea.
I mean, you definitely want to get into it. Alberta's a team, you got to give it to them a little bit, make them earn it. So. Yeah,
they're big, strong boys. They're going to play a rough, tough game, as are the Megamen. This is going to be a physical North American-style battle.
This is a great group. I mean, all the teams in this group are fantastic.
Well, there are a few great groups. I just love this format of the 4 gold groups. There's Beret ripping it. Went wide, didn't get a touch, so that's going to be an over and back. Beret will peel off to the bench and let the defenders get out. And Megamen will get a chance and go on the shorthanded situation here. Try and kill as much as they can. They can kill all but about 3 seconds of the penalty. They're already looking to go to the net. And Michael Blocko is just going to spin around behind. Saw the big hit coming. I think he may have just ducked out of the way of that one.
A little self-preservation early in the tournament.
That is wise. There are a lot of games to go.
Yeah, you feel a lot different, you know, in their first game than you do in your 6th game. There's a big difference here.
Dean Wojcicka ran it up. Greg Beret takes the pass back from Sean Wilhelm. Wilhelm now with it again. We're back to even strength as Saya comes onto the floor. Ball just bounces away a little bit. Saya just avoids the over and back and hands it back to Vin Curran. Curran with the big check from Krywald. Driving to the net, a little shot. Goes off the side of, I thought it was the side of the net, but it goes off McMillan, so they get a fresh 30. But the Warriors take the ball away. Jan Hulish just kind of stole that pass from Cameron Ellingson. Ellingson gets it. Hulish wants to let everyone play. Toe drag and the little flip down to Beret. Gets away from him and gets away from him completely now. Curran picks it up. He's going to head up the floor. I mentioned that you'll see Vin Curran all over the floor, and already that prophecy is coming true. I mean, he is just end to end.
He's great. He's in great shape. He's a great lacrosse player in general. I'd leave him out there as much as we could.
Yeah. That pass doesn't quite get through to George Castle. Ball bouncing around. They do get it back. Here's a chance to rip over the top. But Will Murphy didn't get that one through. It does go off a Alberta player, which means it's not over and back. So no call there, but possession is going to turn over because there was no change of possession. Alberta will start with Sean Wilhelm in possession. Sorry, Brett Raynar in possession.
Let it go.
Well spread out. Megamen coming out with them. A lot of space in the middle. Now things start to close down a little bit. See some blue jerseys heading in, white jerseys trailing them. Hard sidearm rip, but that was right in the Megamen crest. I got to bring some helmet stickers over for the Megamen.
Fun times.
Yeah. Jamie Plunkett dropped him off in my mailbox back in Peterborough.
A little sticker mule.
Yeah. The feed through. Will spin away there by Will Murphy. Oh, what a finish. Is that Lucerino?
It's a great look. Great cross-crease look right there.
Terrific pass, and just kind of floats it up there for Serino to go and adjust to. Here you see the replay, Connor.
Blackout took a big hit. I mean, draws 2 guys. Murphy picks it up, and just a great look to the backside there.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of that kind of stuff from Will Murphy. Great vision, a really nice touch, and you can see on that one, there's Serino over on the bench.
Keeper actually did a great job getting over, and Will ended up going. Serino went far side on that finish.
Yeah, actually had McMillan go right past the ball. Maybe a little bit of luck involved. You can see how far apart. There's a great shot of the stick
Megamen
as they're using the edges of the circle, the inner edges of the dotted line.
Yeah, you're about 6 inches spread between both the sticks. I think for a lot of these face-off guys, especially the North American guys, it's throwing them off a little bit.
A little unusual. You got to go a ways before you can clamp. And I mean, the good face-off guys usually find a way to adjust. Oh, triple team on Ellingson. And he loses the ball and his stick, but somehow Raynar winds up with it behind the net. That shot bounces off of Jenkins. It's going to come back out to Raynar, fresh 30 for the Warriors. We got about 4.5 left here in the first half. Megaman up 2-1.
Heady play with only 3-0 guys out on the floor to get that reset.
Ellingson, shovel pass, or sorry, the pass to Ellingson from Wilhelm. Didn't connect. Ooh, Vin Curran with the big one-handed swing. Woolish falls, and as he does so, tries to get a pass off. He was running out of time on the shot clock. So Evan Downey will move into the offensive zone. He's going to leave it there for Andrew Gresham. Shot that kind of surprised everybody except McMillan. He was ready for it. He's got a man down the floor. Wisely did not throw it because there was a defender sneaking out behind him as Pete Sayo was just slipping into that dangerous position. Sayo, the crafty veteran. Here's Beret. Speaking of crafty veterans.
You got a lot of them on the floor right now.
Yeah. Ooh, there's a leg block. And the leg of Nick Godow will be one of the less happy limbs on the floor at the moment. Low shot. Swallowed up by Jenkins. Looked like it may have slipped through him. Jenkins backpedals out of the crease. And rips a pretty
playing
nice
really
pass.
well.
He
Yeah.
is. What a great outlet, too. Getting it up to Michael Blocko. Blocko fights off a check. Maintains his balance. He banged along there. We said there were some big bodies who'd be hitting. And they definitely are. Chris Buskus with the big hit there. There's a shot on the run. Actually, just pulling up for the shot was Chris Sherbanek. Grabbed there by Lucerino. We have a penalty in behind the play.
I think it might be on the Alberta player, even though he's in the...
Even though he's laying on the floor? Yeah, he's going. I think they're both going.
Yeah. The Alberta guys have definitely been going after Blocko a little bit when he's been on the O end, and, he got back in the D end and repaid the favor a little bit.
Sherbanek with the old headlock to pull down Blocko. Blocko giving him the business down there. They'll head for a minute each and then have to wait for the next hard stoppage once their time expires. Serena will start with it.
And in FIL, you stay 5-on-5 instead of dropping down to a 4-on-4 with offsetters.
That ball is stripped. Nice job by Nick Krywoldt to knock it out, but the ball goes back, and there's a big hit. That was Ray Halderson. And he's going to get called for a check from behind. There's several times today where I thought, wow, that's a pretty good hit. And then just a little bit too much. It was clearly on the back. There's not much question, knocking the man into the crease. So
Absolutely.
now we will see a man advantage difference.
So I just learned,
Here it is.
Got a text message. Not sure how it came through considering I'm in Europe. I think I'm still on the Wi-Fi or something, but Matt Wheeler, former Wesleyan goalie who I played with and coached, his cousin is Vin Curran.
There you go.
Small world. I did not even know that. But shout out to Matty Wheeler. Way to get your text messages through to Prague, sir. Well done.
I find the text messages are coming through. I'm just not replying because I know I'm going to get charged an arm and a leg to reply, but they seem every once in a while one comes through. I don't know.
I'm all Wi-Fi, Stamp.
I'm all Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Me too. I'm all about the Wi-Fi here, although the Wi-Fi is not quite as potent as it could be at times. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's coming up with the scores and stuff, but I was trying to get a podcast put together and having to do some mailing.
So you were the one stealing all the Wi-Fi.
Oh, what a rip from the top. I was indeed. Elliot Bender lets it fly. Boy, they're painting those top corners today.
Absolutely, and that's a tough one to judge. I mean, it's one that can go to either side with that nice overhand release. You can kind of flick it with your wrist to either side. Just does a great job. Great job of just burying it right in that corner.
grazed the shoulder of McMillan as it went by, just not enough.
I mean, both McMillan and Jacobs are both big goalies. They take up a lot. You really do need to paint a pipe to be able to get it in against these guys.
Big goalies that cover a lot of space but move well.
And they move well. No, absolutely.
Megamen
I mean, they're calm. They play their angles. They don't bite on fakes.
Tanner Tassé leaves it for Hulish. He hands it off to Murphy. I like seeing Matthew Murphy up there for some offensive shifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hulish gets a pick for Murphy. There's the roll, but
well defended there.
It was.
George
nice
Castle did a good job.
Nice little grab by George Castle. If it doesn't get called, it's perfectly legal, right?
It's actually that was a pretty smart hand pass.
Yeah. Yeah, there are worse things to do than make that hand pass and get play blown down.
Yeah, I'll take
the last
whistle,
couple seconds in the half, right?
Yeah.
We have reached halftime. I'm Steven Stamp with Connor Wilson. It is Megamen 3, Alberta Warriors 1 here at the 2019 Alice Hrebesky Memorial. We will be back in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Friends, we are ready for second half action. We're not even waiting for the rest of the intermission. They're ready to roll. A couple minutes into the halftime, the Megamen come up with it. Will Murphy run into the net, shoots, save by McMillan, drops down on the ball. You saw, if you're watching during the halftime, you saw the sign from Joe wearing her cowboy hat, I guess cowgirl hat, cheering for Babar.
Cow hat.
Cow hat. We're going to figure out who Babar is. All of these. There's a shot by Beret from the outside, saved by Jenkins and pounces on the rebound. All the Alberta players, these Warriors, give us their nicknames, and they show up in the program.
Which is excellent.
Yeah, just go on ahmemorial.cz, or for our friends in America, .cz.
See, I didn't even have to catch her there. Yeah.
Right? Nice grab, and what a play to hang on to that ball. And the one-handed wrap attempt by Curran. The shot clock will expire, as it went a little bit wide. A heck of an effort. And Ray Halderson coming the other way.
I feel like, in a really short clock situation, you can't get maybe a better shot in terms of transitioning back to defense than a dunk shot, or a wraparound shot. Because the chances of that rebound coming out and flying to a transition guy, it's just you're so limited as opposed to that to a far shot off the boards.
Yeah.
Or
and I mean, the angle of that wraparound was clearly
going
not
to the
going
side,
anywhere.
Yeah, and away from the benches.
Yeah, the only way it could have is if it hit the shin pad on a certain angle and flings out, but even that's unlikely. Here come the Megamen back. Oh, what a chance for Sereno, saved by McMillan. He's got to make a few stops here as the Megamen putting all kinds of pressure on. And the Warriors, if they're going to stay in this, that's a 4-second count.
Yeah.
All kinds of pressure. Great job there by Blocko to put the pressure on. Oh, and that's an over and back. Not quite sure why Evan Downey is arguing. The ball came out to him. He caught it. He stepped over center. That's over and back.
Seems pretty basic.
The only time you can do that is on the faceoff when you haven't established your movement towards the opposite net. There's a shot from the outside. Turned aside as Jordan Wheaton
Jenkins
trying to get that one through.
Doing a good job picking it up in the leg pad, just staying big.
Yep. 1 goal against. Stay tuned tonight, folks. We will have, after the final game, which is Tel Aviv versus the Riggers from Ireland, Gold Star Tel Aviv, great game coming up. Connor and I will have the post-game show, what's it called?
Doing Memorial After Hours.
There we go. Is that what it's called?
Memorial After
Did you
Dark.
just make that up?
No,
That's pretty good.
It's the brainchild of Jamie Plunkett.
Oh,
He
Plunkett.
put a little thought into it and
Nice.
came up with something pretty glorious. So
like
we're
that.
excited. Yeah, it's a new feature this year. Doing a post-game show. We're going to talk about some of the games of the day, some of the players of the day, how things are unfolding, and should be exciting. There are so many games played here today. If you can't get out and see them all, it's
16 games
impossible
today.
to catch up.
Hard to watch them all. We're going to give you a hint to some of the ones you might want to start with.
And there were some gems today.
Megamen
Nice little under move there by Beret, but good job, Megamen collapsing on D.
Oh, but a pickup.
Backside look.
Ellingson goes back door, and that's tapped home. I think that's Jordan Wheaton. Was it Wheaton or Raynar that banged that one in? I think that's 14, Wheaton.
Yep. Yeah, it was Wheaton.
And Ellingson, just a really sharp pickup. And what awareness to quickly find Wheaton, because that opportunity was only there for a split second.
Absolutely. Yeah, Megaman did a good job collapsing into the middle, and then but that backside was just left a little bit exposed. And Alberta will make you pay. They are a fundamentally strong offensive club.
Ellingson with it again. This time he's going to try himself. Dives, shoots far side, but does not get it really anywhere near his spot as he was getting checked hard.
We got Megamen alumni watching this game, of course. Not a big surprise there, but Andrew Wasik, former great player over here at the Memorial. He won a couple with the Megamen back in the day. So he's giving a little shout out to the boys.
Nice save by McMillan on the little jump shot by Curran. Ball goes straight back to the Megamen. This is where, you get the reset, and the Warriors in their second game of the day. It's a hot day. I know they're short games, but they take a toll.
They certainly do.
Blocko rips it a little bit wide. It's going to be an over and back call. Here's a race. Dylan Johnston getting to it. Oh, that's a great play to cause the over and back by Andrew Gresham and deny Dylan Johnston a chance at that. Tank Johnson, as he's called. I thought it's because he just rumbles like a tank. He actually drove a tank in the military. I got a message on Twitter from someone to mention that, so thanks very much for that.
So he's built like a tank, and he drove a tank.
Right?
I mean, this nickname is very appropriate, clearly.
It is.
It's a good one. They've got a bunch of good nicknames out there.
They do.
Give them some
Buzz
props.
Beret,
Buzz Beret.
who picks up the ball as we say it. And a fresh 30 for the Warriors.
He is an absolute spark plug for this team. And I don't mean that just like, he's a little guy, because he's one of the toughest guys on the floor. But
he is.
In terms of what he brings and kind of the hustle, and it's just impressive stuff.
And the lacrosse IQ. I mean, he's right up there. Here's
Would
Murphy.
you call him a lacrosse genius? Would you call him that?
I tend to reserve that term, but he bangs it off the post. Now Murphy rips one wide, but he's certainly very high IQ, maybe in the genius level. We'd have to do a little testing to make sure. But he's certainly in that conversation. Downey takes a hit from Hoolish. And not sure what the call was. Just a possession foul. So the Megamen will start with the ball, which they had in a fresh 30 seconds.
That's James Blocko.
There you go.
Number 5. He was played with him last year when I was playing with the Gales. Blocko took a lot of our draws. He's a good man.
Yeah. No Gales this year, so you have the Moon Bears, the Lunar Bruins.
The Lunar Bruins making our first appearance.
Yeah.
Bit of a tough draw, honestly, to face the Wolves in our first game, because they are a real team and we are a collection of individuals. And we came out hot. We were up 3-1, but they just kept plugging away. Used a zone defense, which we were not prepared for at all.
They're also a collection of fast, young individuals who just keep flying at you.
Yeah.
Here's a chance, but it just bounces away from Evan Downey.
It's a fun game. It was
Nick
a fun
Krywell,
game.
yeah, Nick Krywell wanted that ball. He's like, why is that possession? It's because it was an over and back. Same thing has happened at the other end. Players will always argue, though. Like, no, that should be our ball.
What, are you not going to argue?
Oh, exactly. Elliot Bender throws it up top to Blanco. Gets away from him. Can he save the over and back? He does, but it goes straight to Murphy. And it's a 2-on-1 with Fowler. Oh, Murphy just peels out. Didn't want to try it. Oh, that would have been tempting. I don't know if he felt the passing lane was really there safely. He wants to get the guys out and get an offensive set.
I mean, I would have tried it, but that's why I don't play for Alberta. It's just smart. I mean, when you have an offensive group like they have, why not get these 5 guys
There's another
out there?
chance, and Hoolish buries that one, and that's exactly why you get that offensive group out there, as you were saying.
It's so tempting to push transition, but if you have the guys who can really get it done, not only is it good because they might get it done like that, but it allows them to get into the rhythm. And in these short games, you want these offensive guys together. Get some reps out there, get comfortable together.
Opportunistic play once again from the Warriors is a broken play, and Hoolish just picks it up, turns and rips it, and obviously Jenkins was not in any position at that point because he was kind of tumbling backwards to make that save. Kernan Spatafora. Quite a battle for that faceoff, and winds up with Murphy, Matthew Murphy. Leaves it there for Drew Gingras. Here's Ellingson. Gets the return pass, the give and go. It misses, but there's Beret. Oh, great save, Jenkins.
Sticking the elbow out. Beautiful.
Didn't go for the little head fake that Beret threw at him. He just got the arm up in the way. Here's Gingras once again.
Hey, I was hitting the showers during the LCC game. Did they score any goals by passing the ball off the glass?
No.
Because they have been practicing that a lot.
I've seen them practicing that, but they did not. They didn't even try it.
Okay. We're going to see it.
We are.
It's going to happen. Maybe they're saving it. Save it for later.
Maybe. 2 wins today for the Custodes, so they are through. And there's a shot. Is it a goal? No. What a save by Jenkins. Boy, if you're picking players of the game, I know we're going to pick a couple of players of the day later, but if you're going players of the game, I'd have to say the goalies are both in consideration in this one.
They're playing great. Great lacrosse.
McMillan's actually had a terrific day. Timeout by the Megamen. Each team gets 1 per game, and the Megamen will take theirs now.
Curran was getting mugged by 3 Alberta players, and a really smart call from the bench to call a timeout there.
Curran chirping. He is a very vocal player.
Let him know you're there in many ways.
And how you feel about the way that they were playing against you.
I've tried to take that out of my game as I've gotten older and even more terrible. Yeah, I really shouldn't be the one complaining. It's my own fault that I'm not good. It's tempting, though.
This is just some of the physical play that we've seen. Huge collision there, and that's there's Vin Curran. This is the recent one. That's a big hit.
Yeah.
Pops back up and just 2 players around him. A third coming in, and it's right about here that they called the timeout just before he lost possession. That's a pretty good call. Now, 5.5 minutes to go, a tie game.
Yeah.
And obviously every game is critical. We talked a little bit earlier about how we now have 4 gold groups, the top 12 seeded teams. And if you win your group in gold, you go to the quarterfinals directly.
It's huge.
It is.
And it guarantees a top 8 finish. I mean, it's big.
And if you come second in your group in gold, you go to a play-in game with a chance against the winner of one of the silver groups to get into the quarterfinals. If you come third in your gold group, which some good teams are going to do,
every year,
you are going for 9th to 24th.
The good thing is if you're one of those third-place finishers, you were probably a 9 through 12 team last year, and you still have the ability to face and play up and try to get back into that 9 to 12 group. So you can be a third-place gold team every single year.
What about Bundeswehr and Turku Titans? One of them is going to be a third-place team.
And I think that either of them is going to finish in 9th or 10th. I mean, they're very,
very good.
They're very good. And
I think both, Turku really misses Robert Reitela, who can't be here because of work.
I mean, he provides depth, and he's extremely talented. It's just an amazing story, too, that his first ever lacrosse tournament was the Hrebesky.
Really?
Yeah, he had been playing the game for about 3 months. He was a tennis player. I did an interview with him my first year in 2012 when I think he was 15 years old.
Tremendous athlete.
Yeah, he really is.
And he and Rope Jokela a right-left combo are just sensational. Right now, a sensational game going on between the Alberta Warriors and the Megamen, mostly from Boston. Kind of a Boston-centric club, would you say?
I don't know that any of these guys are actually from Boston.
Okay.
Yeah,
I take it all
Lucerino's a
back.
Philly guy. Castle's
Yeah.
down in Baltimore, Maryland. I think Murphy's a Philly guy.
Let's just say an East Coast.
They are definitely. So
There we go.
and it used to be a very Boston, kind of
Yes.
a Boston-heavy team.
It's morphed.
But they've kept the name. You know, no reason to change it.
No, they're not called the Boston Megamen anymore. They are just Megamen. There's a shot that goes a little bit wide from Wheaton. It does graze off of Jenkins, so it's a fresh 30. And Ellingson will pass it across to the far side. Gets it back. Oh, off the post and crossbar. Oh, that was a glorious chance for Ellingson.
Came out hot.
It did. He had about 3 passes this morning that were behind and low for him, and just wasn't working. Now you can see how they're clicking. Oh, big hit.
Wow.
Gingras sends Nate Glazer just flying.
But Megaman coming back up with the ball. The all-important ball.
Yeah. He doesn't mind as long as they keep possession. Curran, a little fake. Moving his feet, gets it across to the far side. Greg Wheaton. Lucerino scores his second of the game. A very different goal this time, as that is just a rip from near the restraining line.
He got a little off. It was kind of a little off speed. He got a little bounce in there. It was really a nice little deceptive shot. You know, you think you're coming close to that close side, you just bounce it far side. Oh, got 5-hole.
Just a skipper down through the legs.
Lou's a shooter.
Oh,
I
he
mean,
is so
he'll come
good.
right out of the bench and shit, but he is, you know, spends his time practicing and he can put the ball away.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great pass ahead. Big save by Jenkins as Murphy was sprung. That was Chris Buskus making the pass through, and here come the Megamen. Another chance to save,
Great
turning
opportunity.
aside. What a save by McMillan. Turning aside Elliot Bender. Now here comes Fowler. He's going to let it rip. That's saved by Jenkins. Who will get there first?
I think we're in for a frantic 2.5 final minute. Jerry.
Right? Remember, 2.5 minutes to go. The final 2 minutes will be stop time, which helps a little bit for whoever's behind. Right now, that's Alberta, but I wouldn't bet on that being the case. Ellingson scores! No, they're saying he's in the crease. I think they're right, too.
Yeah, I think Jenkins just got enough sleeve on it to slow it down. He took a step in the crease and across the line.
Yeah.
Too many men.
Oh, there's the replay.
Too many men call.
And you see Ellingson celebrating. I think he knew. He doesn't really argue much. I think he knew. But too many men, illegal substitution. Now, there is 2:05 to go. I need to check. I believe it's in the final 1 minute of the game that an illegal substitution would be a penalty shot.
Be a penalty shot, correct.
Because it has to be at a time in the NLL or FIL full games, it's 2 minutes, but it's when there's not enough time to serve that illegal substitution penalty results in a penalty shot.
And all penalties and like timing issues are cut in half for the OS Hrebesky game, so that would make sense that it's a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's about the ability to serve it. Berea's on the floor up by the crease, and Jenkins gives him a little pat in the butt. Alberta wants to get this ball back so they can get up on the power play. 33 seconds left on it.
That really is what's different about this tournament. I mean, yes, you see good sportsmanship at other events. I think the sportsmanship that's on display here is second to none.
Unusually high.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, you will. This would be an extremely competitive, physical game, and yet they finish up, and these two teams will not have a problem with each other. And it's really kind of.
Vin Curran's going to be fine after the game, even if he wasn't very happy right there to be. Yeah. Have 3 or 4 Warriors flip him into the back of the net.
Well, I think it's a testament to the quality of the.
Oh, what a rip by Wheaton. Sweep shot. The pass just drifted over to him. A nice little touch pass by Brett Raynar, and Wheaton rips it home.
Did this go inside or outside of the foot? Just inside.
Yeah.
Just inside.
Right to the far post, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Great shot. And what a pass. Lovely touch pass by Brett Raynar. Those are not easy passes, those like 5, 6 foot passes.
I've been incredibly impressed by the ball movement from both of these teams. I mean, they're really slinging it around and finding those backside looks. And again, it's a testament to the goalkeeping. It's been fantastic on both sides.
Yeah, they've had to be good shots to get in there. Not a lot of weak goals.
Alberta
Maybe
Vario's
one
goal
each,
scored
these
by
guys
player
would like
number
back.
14, Jordan
I mean, obviously you want
Litton,
them
all
assisted by
back.
player
Yeah.
number 17, Brett Reyna,
What are you, not a
and
former
player number
goalie? Come on.
16, Greg Barrett.
I actually did play goal a couple of times. I am not good at it. We have a man down on the floor holding his head.
Well, your head is well above the crossbar, Stamp.
It is.
So
You
9
know what?
inches above the crossbar. So
Oh,
your perspective, I think, is a little
9 inches above
a little off.
field lacrosse.
Well, that's what I'm
crossbar.
saying. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, saying field goalie. Yeah.
Right? I'm like 2'9". I was in the box.
Yeah, no, you're like 3.5 feet above a box goal.
Right.
You know, so you can play from your
Basically,
if
it's
you
just
played
my
from your
legs.
knees
It
though,
might
and
be a
maybe
good idea.
constant
I would
butterfly,
cover a lot.
you can pull that
Okay,
off.
so let's see the play here. Oh, it's a cross check
Just got
right
him
to
high.
the face.
Just
Yeah,
got him
it
high-
slid
just gotta
up.
say you high right in the jaw.
Yeah. You're going to see it here. Look at 25. Foolish will come in. Ooh.
Vyloučen hráč týmu Alberta
Gonna leave a
Varioros
mark.
číslo 99.
Pete's over there, though.
Huliš na
He's
1
buckling
minutu
up
za
his chin
cross-check.
strap. He's all right.
Alberta Varioros
It's a
penalty,
minute for
player number
Hulish,
99,
which gives
1
the
minute for
Megamen a
cross-checking.
chance here. 18 seconds to play in regulation. Will we go to a shootout? When are they going to take a shot? I'd be going for a goal right now. There's a rip, the save by McMillan.
I would have been nervous about transition any bit earlier than that.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you're on the power play. Now, Alberta's going to take the time out with, 1 second left. That's not going to help him much. Time's just going to run out.
That was smart.
Yeah. But
It's one of my least favorite things in sports. The
1 second
1 to 2
timeout?
second left timeout when
What's
you
the point?
literally can't do anything.
yeah, it's physically impossible to happen if everyone does the timing and everything properly.
Here we go. This is our third shootout of the day. Fourth shootout of the day. So, in terms of first day competitiveness, this tournament, when I first started coming in 2012, the first day was not all that competitive because they didn't have a gold and silver setup.
No.
And the way they do it now, you show up on Wednesday, you are going to get fantastic, important games, and it's just an absolute pleasure. I mean, to have 4 shootouts.
Crowd is here.
Yeah, on day one.
Yeah, and it's
That
gonna
tells
grow.
you something about the quality.
Yeah. The old system, I have mentioned it before, anyone who wasn't watching earlier, it used to be one of the teams sort of seeded 1 to 8. Oh, they're going to play the last second.
Well, that seems silly.
It does.
Although the clock,
There's zero
says
time
we're
on the
at
clock.
3.
The officials making absolutely sure. Beret is just going to rip the shot, rip the pass. No, it's a shot. It's actually pretty close, but I really don't think it could have made it in time. It was just a count. We don't know exactly how much time was left. It was 1 second that the clock
Yeah, the clock
stopped.
wasn't really updated. Yeah.
So that's quite an effort by Greg Beret. That's pretty impressive.
Interesting, yeah.
Man, oh man. But it used to be 1 from the 1 to 8 group, 1 from the 9 to 16 group, and 1 from the 17 to 24 group. He had a lot of blowouts.
Yeah.
And the idea was give everyone a chance to win, but the beauty of the gold and silver groups is, again, you win your silver group, you go to the playing games, you can go and win the tournament.
Yeah, you can win your way up.
I tell you, some people are looking at the Ladner Pioneers this year, a team that's returned to the tournaments after an absence of several years. So they go into the silver group and saying, hey, there's a lot of talent there. They could be a challenger to win this tournament.
I think a lot of people have them down as a contender to win it all. No question about it.
I know I had them going a certain ways in my bracket.
Yep.
Bracket challenge.
Did you do a Laxnai?
I did a Laxnai bracket.
Excellent.
I just don't remember it. we got to set it up. We need the email from the administrator. Which is that you?
That is not me.
No.
You will need to talk to Scott Neese about that.
Talk to Scott Neese. I would like an email that shows my bracket so I can follow through as I go.
Should have taken a screenshot.
I should have.
You know.
I should have.
Regrets.
I hate it when you put it back on.
Got
me,
a
though.
few. I know.
So we will go to a shootout. We will be on the left side here. We had one shootout earlier. No, see, both goalies are going to their own goals. You can't do that. We did that earlier in the day. We had one where Alex Meyer from Switzerland, Chocolaks, was at one end, faced a shot, and then they made him go down to the other end. And it looks like we might be. I think maybe they're going to tell John McMillan after this shot.
I feel like that could be a faster way of doing it, to be honest. But then the goalies don't have to switch ends. They don't have to walk off out of the goal.
They don't. Yeah, right? Well, yeah. Beret saved by Jenkins.
Just patient. Very patient. Didn't bite on anything.
Maybe they are doing it, alternate ends. But now the refs have to run down to the other end.
Well, they're getting paid to be here, so.
That's a good point. Okay. Elliot Bender will pick up the ball and come in on John McMillan. He's going to start wide. Oh, just rips it home. No fake, just wait till he sees a spot he likes and rips it.
Yeah, just that one step across the middle. Goalie's got to honor you a little bit. Just bury it.
And you can see as soon as McMillan's left foot went a little wide and he didn't have the push-off ability to come back as it's moving, Bender ripped it.
That was very well timed.
Here comes Jordan Wheaton on Jenkins. Jenkins does not get it in. Jenkins holds it out. Jenkins absolutely did not come to the near post. You can see he's never on his near post. I don't think he thought Wheaton was going to shoot that way at all, and he just stood his ground. So this could be it. Lucerino could close it out for the Megamen. A goal here, and they will win this game.
Oh, that last one was a lot closer than it looked originally.
Wasn't it?
It was right on top of the line.
Here's Sereno. Save McMillan.
Big save.
The Warriors stay alive. They've got to get one here. I do like this actually at both ends. Yeah. I prefer it. I'm going to vote for this in the meeting that I may or may not be a part of. Sean Wilhelm with the pressure. They go righty. Jenkins on his line, steps out a little bit. What a save! That's it. The Megamen win.
That's a big one.
Officially 5-4, right? Win. Is that how it works in the shootout?
Yeah.
Regardless how many goals?
A little bit different. You just get less points in your group.
Right.
You only get 2 instead of 3 for a win.
Right.
Yep.
So Megamen win. That puts them at 1-0. That puts the Alberta Warriors at 1-1. And that makes tomorrow's game
with Istanbul and Megamen a huge game.
So if Megamen win that, they will win their gold division, go straight to the quarterfinals. And the Warriors, who were in the semifinals last year in the bronze medal game,
would be in a play-in
game
against potentially a tough silver team.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We'd have to go through the brackets. Go to ahmemorial.cz or CZ, depending where you are, and check out that site. And you can see how the whole bracket plays out and see who's going to play whom. I know nobody among the gold group teams are looking forward to playing the Pioneers.
Nope.
But I mean, that they're the only team. There are other teams.
You got to beat the best teams to be the best
yes.
team. And so I don't think anybody's trying to duck anybody, but maybe one game.
Yeah.
You
maybe wait a little bit later.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So a 5-4 win for the Megamen, and if you're listening, do join us for the next game, which will be Gold Star Tel Aviv and the Dublin Riggers.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, after that, it's going to be, Radotín after dark? Hrebesky after dark?
Yeah. Memorial After Dark.
Memorial After Dark. There we go. I'll get it straight yet. Connor Wilson and I, Steven Stamp, will have that for you, and we're going to have some games of the day. I'm guessing this might slip in.
Yeah, I think
that's a heck of a contest.
Both this last one that we just watched and this next one, I think both of them could be in there. So
could be in there, but you'll have to come back to check it out. Thanks so much for being with us here at the 2019 Alice Hrebesky Memorial. We'll be back in about 7 minutes.
Máme tady poslední zápas dnešního dne. Opět zlatá skupina Dublin Riggers a Tel Aviv Lacrosse.
Now's your opportunity to explore, coach, and compete in one of the most unique leagues that the sport has ever seen. Contact Seth at lacrosse.co.il.